Legends, thank you so much for putting up with me for the past few months. This is my last day on screen for the Jonesboro Rotary as my husband and I move to Asheville. Want to send lots of hugs out there to all the Rotarians watching. So for the last time I get to say, live from the flame, it's the Jonesboro Rotary Club.
Yeah.
Live from the Flame Steakhouse, it's Jonesboro Rotary Club. And starring Laura Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Doris.
David, would you give us our invitation, please?
I will. No, check. Before I start, I told the board earlier, Tony's father, Tommy Davenport, passed away this morning, and just kind of remember Tony and her family as they go through this bereavement. So, let's pray. Gracious God, we thank you so much for this day. Thank you for this time together, and we thank you for the work that you have us do through this club. Bless this food we're about to receive for the nourishment of our body. In Christ's name we pray, amen. Amen.
Thanks, David. I wanted to tell the club, I told them, made an announcement about my future a couple of weeks ago, but I've got some definitive news. I'm going to step down, and my last meeting is going to be in 2 weeks. So at the end of January, I'm going to step down, and I've got a volunteer. Larry Aiken is going to step up to the plate, and I really want to thank Larry for helping the club out. He's somebody that we can always depend on, and I'm just so thankful that he's agreed to do that. But I want to let everybody know that that's going to happen. And our program today is going to talk about a lot of things that are going on in the club. We took a survey, and so John will be starting that in just a minute. But we've got a member who is at her last meeting, and I asked her if she would do the Sergeant at Arms report. So Laura?
I certainly will.
And this is her last Sergeant at Arms report.
Well, with this particular club at this particular day.
Thank you.
Because I trained her, now she can use those skills to go to other clubs and do bigger and better things.
Never the final bow. All right, so
I'm sorry, Miss Laura.
I could come at it, but I'm sure there's a form for me somewhere.
Here it is.
There we
Got
go.
one up here, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
there's
since it's gonna be your last one, make the camera look good.
Oh, it's nice and empty. Good. So we're just gonna fill all this up. I want to thank everybody for a wonderful, sadly only a few months. This opportunity came to my husband a little bit unexpected. We had always planned, just given just the group of our family that's in Western North Carolina, we thought Asheville would eventually be the place for us. But I expected that to be several years down the line. And so as a physical therapist, my job is somewhat more flexible, but my husband had the opportunity to make a transfer with his existing company, Gray Bar. His field is industrial distribution. And so here we are, and we decided to take it. And again, it happened a little sooner than anybody planned, but he's been there since the beginning of November. He moved back in with his mom, much to his delight, because I said, sorry, I can't leave right away. I'm gonna be at my clinic and be at my job until the end of the year. So my last day with performance rehab was December 20th, and much to my regret, and it's just life just moves us in different directions. So I started interviewing yesterday. I started making phone calls and applying back in December, and of course with the holidays, things work a little bit more slowly, but I have every confidence that I'll find a wonderful new position out in the Asheville area, and hope we closed on our house last week. This is our first house together. So last Friday was the closing, and so this weekend will be the big move. So Zach's there with a couple of lawn chairs and a sleeping bag while I come back and get everything together. And but there will be a guest room, and there's a lot of space, and so we're happy to start to be able to welcome friends and family and to be able to host, as we have been so well hosted throughout the course of our lives. So if anybody's coming to Asheville, please let us know. Please look us up, and we'll be happy to show you the sites. And it's a wonderful area, of course. So I just want to thank everybody for all of that.
Laura, you just said that to YouTube. You just broadcast that to the whole world.
That's right. So, right. Exactly.
It's going viral.
Well, hopefully
It's going viral.
It's going viral. Hopefully amongst Rotarians, who I can generally trust, but might have to do a little bit of vetting there.
There
But
you go.
so anyway, I want to thank everybody for that.
Register on Airbnb.
There you go. Right. Actually, there was just a city juncture that was passed to. They're trying to eliminate the use of Airbnb within Asheville to support the more commercial tourism, because I guess everybody and their brother, because it's Asheville, so everyone's trying to make an extra buck, is lending out their basement. So now Airbnb is not going to be no longer welcome in downtown. I think probably within the downtown area. So just an interesting, but you don't have to Airbnb if you know me. So so back to the Sergeantess at Arms duties. This is a pretty blank list, so that's wonderful. Thank David for the invocation. We have some announcements from Robert? Yeah?
You know, the second Thursday in February is going to be our White Elephant sale. So for those of you who are not familiar with White Elephant, that's when you would bring items, you'll auction them off. The proceeds go to purchase T-shirts for the Character Plus children at Edwards and Greenwood. So always it's about bringing good stuff so we can have a good time selling it off. And so we'll look forward to doing that second Thursday in February.
Wonderful. Of course, I skipped over visitors. I don't think I see any unless there were visitors I needed to welcome. Anybody? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Great. Okay, terrific. Yes, Larry.
We're doing Character Plus at Edwards next Tuesday at 1:50, and it's going to be Chris Kelly from the Salvation Army talking to our kids about kindness.
Terrific.
So we want to
Wonderful.
thank Chris for being there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Madam Yvonne, please do.
Wanted everyone to know that today starts the new production at the Temple with Jason Petty and Katie Deal. And if you were here last year, they made a visit so that you could see who they were and you know exactly the quality of their music. It starts today at 2 o'clock and it continues for just 2 weeks, not the regular 3 weeks. So if you're interested in seeing that, then you need to make your reservations and do it pretty early. And then immediately following that is the Odd Couple. And if you were here the last time the Odd Couple played, they had a way of reversing the roles. And so therefore this is going to happen again this time, and so it's going to be a great production. So get your registrations in about which ones you want to see, all of them. So anyhow, have fun.
To follow on Yvonne's announcement, thanks for that, Yvonne. Tonight's show, this is only a 2-week run, so for this run, so that we can squeeze more performances in, we are doing Thursday night shows. So there are shows tonight at 7:30 and next Thursday at 7:30 in addition to the matinee. And the show tonight, because we're trying to motivate people to take advantage of the Thursday evening that we don't normally do, tickets are $15. We don't cut ticket prices very often, but $15 if you want to see the show tonight. If you want to buy those online, you can. The promo code is Snow Day, or you can call the box office and get that $15 rate for the tickets this evening. It's a lightish crowd, so if you want to kind of have your pick and choosing of seats tonight, it's a good night to see the show.
It starts at 7:30.
It does, and it is also worth noting, this is the world premiere of this show. This show did not exist before about 2 weeks ago. Jason Petty tours the country doing different historical type shows. Katie Deal does the same thing. They came together a few years ago and put together Classic Nashville Roadshow, and because of the reception and the feedback from the audiences at places like the Temple, where they said, hey, well that was great, but why didn't you do this, and why didn't you do that, and why didn't you do this? They put together an entirely different set list, kind of changed the stories. If you saw last year's performance of Classic Nashville Roadshow, this is a lot more music, 31 songs in this thing. The band, God bless them, they're playing straight through 31 songs, including, they're doing Devil Went Down to Georgia, which I'm really, really looking forward to seeing. I was listening to rehearsal the other day. It's really good. But we are the presenting theater for this. Every time they do this show around the world forever, Temple Theater will be noted as the originating theater for the production. This is the world premiere. It's a really cool honor for us. Yeah. So if you see it tonight, you will have seen the second performance ever of the show, because the first one starts in about, I don't know, 45
At a
minutes.
pretty good discount.
Yeah, at a pretty good discount. There you go. 31 songs, right?
Wonderful. Very cool, very cool. Other announcements? Okay, ladies and gents, is it time to brag? Shall we brag? Bunches of hands, bunches of dollars. That's what I like to see. Yes, sir. This was the first hand. What's set of dollars?
I got good news.
Ooh, it's a 5 spot. It's a big
I
one.
got some good news and bad news. Bad news is my week started off a little rough. First of all, I had a kidney stone Monday morning at 6:15. Went to work, proudly at work and everything, having a great time. Then I get a phone call at 10:30. My office completely flooded with about 1.5 to 2 inches of water, which I'm still fighting that situation. The good news is my son finally got his eagle on December the 27th, which I prayed for a long time. And Doug was talking about how many merit badges he had. He actually had 67 of the 130 merit badges. So,
which is really unprecedented.
yes, it is. He actually will receive when he gets his eagle. He's actually an Eagle Scout right now, but he's doing his ceremony on February the 24th, I believe it is. He will also get 3 silver palms, which that's a tremendous outcome of that. And he also turned 18 years old as of yesterday. So
Wonderful.
that's my good and bad news.
Wonderful. Okay, get him up there.
For a buck.
Well, I'll just pretend. I'll do this one for Larry. Oh, we got. Oh, that one came up first.
This one comes before his. Georgia had a great year. I just want to say.
There you go.
Fair enough. All right.
What would you guess? Roll Tide.
Tide.
That was fun, and I've never seen Saban, I don't know, so human. You know, after that, he was just like anybody else who just enjoyed something that he didn't think was going to happen. Yep. And none of us really did. I mean, that was a great game. Georgia really shut him down that first half. And I don't know that there's any other coach in the country that would ever take a guy that's won 25 games for him and 2 losses and said, you're going to sit.
Yeah, the courage to pull him.
And to put a kid in that's hardly played at all. But it was fun.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I didn't sleep so well. And neither did David. I mean, David said he didn't get to sleep. That was fun. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, a few more. Yes, Mr. Aiken.
Well, this is the first time we've been back for a while. At the end of November, we went to Milan, ended up getting on a cruise ship in Trieste, and took it through the Mediterranean, across the ocean, and eventually to Miami. One of the highlights or lowlights, depending on how you looked at it, we did stop at Puerto Rico, and boy, Puerto Rico has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
They really need help.
70% of the island still doesn't have power, as far as I understand. It's tremendous. Wonderful. What a beautiful trip. Very nice. More dollars? Thank you, sir.
I don't know whether this is a brag or commemoration, but I did not know Tommy Davenport very well, but I have seen results of his generosity. I've been around the breadbasket a lot, and I have seen Susan Rosenthal, that manages the breadbasket. I've seen her haul as many as 3 pickup loads at one time from Davenport. And I mean, he kept that place afloat for a long time. And the company that took over at Cormark is, I just saw, I was over there a while ago, and they sent 33 cases of Snickers bars over there. So there's a lot going on at the bread basket, and Tommy Davenport made it happen.
And the Boys and Girls Club, I mean, what would that be without?
The no scare fair, he pretty much gave all the candy.
Oh, we gotta give Tony credit for that.
Well, we will.
Thank you.
Tremendous, yes. Other brags? I'll throw in a couple for my house closing and for a beautiful weekend with my 3 best friends that I've known for many years now. We had a lovely weekend at the Grand Bohemian in Biltmore Village. So we enjoyed it.
One last brag.
I think I might even have another brag out here. So, all right, here we go.
A brag for you.
A brag for me.
Thanks so much for being a part of our family.
Thank you all.
Thank you for saving us a stamp.
Right, no problem. 45 cents back in the pocket at the club. Excellent. Thank you all. Really appreciate it. Did I see another hand go up? Around here somewhere. I saw David. Yeah. You have another one?
Yeah. We're 6-10 right now. Not having the best seasons, Vanderbilt basketball, but we did beat Alabama.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a good thing, since Alabama is the basketball school. So, anyway, having an up and down year, averaging about 12 points a game. Just playing good defense, getting a lot of rebounds. The offense is kind of struggling. But we went down to Columbia last Saturday, watched them play at South Carolina. And we're going next weekend out to Nashville to watch them play LSU. They play Kentucky Saturday at 4 on, I think ESPN's carrying it. So anyway, it's a good update on what's going on. So.
All right. That's a solid dollar right there. We got a little IOU dollar right in there. This one's for another 5 spot.
Now, I was expecting it, and I think that everyone agreed, since she's been on YouTube when we went out to Carolina Trace and I started doing that Saturday Night Live thing. And with all her exercise and giving and everything, YouTube had tripled the account for us. So you're welcome.
It's a nice market.
Everything for the club, yes.
So before you leave, I'm gonna step out the door, and I want you to give us a demonstration so we can keep our account up this week, okay?
Oh, okay, right. So, how about a little split? Everybody likes a good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, who's next? Yeah, go ahead.
All right, that was it. My final wow.
A little bit too much, so let me take it down a little bit. So what we did is, as Doug was alluding to, is we wanted to get a finger on the pulse of what are we doing. You probably heard of a SWOT analysis of strengths, weaknesses, things that we need to do better on. And this was a somewhat unbiased way of finding out how we're doing as a club. And I stressed probably 5, 6, or 7 times when I handed out the survey, please don't put your name on it. We want to know what an unbiased result is. I prefaced this before I gave the survey. This actually came out of a Rotary Club health check. This is, a piece of paper we used in the board meeting that I was attending, where we were checking off if we're meeting such criteria as Gold Club, and if we're doing what the district wants, and Rotary International and all that. One of the things they suggested was to do just this, enhancing the club experience. I found it on Rotary International's site, downloaded it, and then we passed it out at a meeting, and it was a member satisfaction survey. There were 24 responses, and of the 24 responses, 23 of them came during that meeting that we all attended. One came because I had sent it out on the bulletin, and someone had completed it online and sent it back to me. I think that's a pretty good sample. At the time, Doug, we probably had 45 members. Is that a good guess? So a little bit better than half of our members had responded to this. It probably goes without saying, can't say statistically. Statistically, the ones that responded are the ones that are probably also invested in the club because, like yourselves, they were sitting in the seats and attending our meetings. So I want to go through this kind of quick. It is self-explanatory, but there are insights that we got. And this will be a sort of a club assembly. And what I mean by that is, I'll probably call on some of the leadership in the club to tell us what's going on with membership, what's going on with their finances, what's going on with activities, both domestic and international projects that we're involved in. So I know you can read, but I'm going to read some of this stuff to you. So first of all, overall, how satisfied are you with your membership in the Rotary Club? 24 responses. 83% are satisfied and 17 are somewhat satisfied. That's pretty good. You know, you got to have caution if you have, pardon me, anyone saying neither satisfied, somewhat, or dissatisfied. Well, guess what? By and large, it sounds like you all are pretty satisfied. Okay, so you know that. What I'm saying is we do a lot of stuff here. I just wanted to see if you guys knew that we do a lot of stuff here too.
Let me add.
Yes, please. Actually, Jim Miller is right. Thank you for standing up. Jim Miller. Yep.
Avon, Lee County, Salvation Army, El Refugio, Lee County Community Fund, four-way speech contest, Temple Theater, Rise Against Hunger, Polio Plus, Delta Row, Ashley Hinneman. Oh no, that was done last year, not doing it this year.
Yep.
Rotary Foundation, National Fire Council, Character Plus, CART, Boys and Girls Club, CUOC of Lee County, YMCA, and the Stevens Center. To date, we have donated $6,500.
Yep.
And we have an annual budget to contribute to the community and the international Rotary functions, the foundation and shelter box for over $22,000. This is an amazing effort, gentlemen and ladies.
Four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.